Hey, it's MalikaB. What you doing? Hey, it's MalikaB, and how are you? I'm just checking on you. I'm just checking on you with this fashion. I know you want to see my beautiful green shoes. We're about to unbox these babies. These are Balenciagas, like Cardi B said, the ones that look like socks. Oh, but these don't look like socks. These are just some dope, beautiful. I mean, these so pretty. I love pretty things. Like, I can't even. I'm a true, beautiful, glamorous woman. I'm a true woman who love me some glamour, some beauty, some resplendent colors. Like, it's in my soul. As much as I love to go outside in my garden and get my hands dirty and help to build and establish flowers and stuff, I love fashion. I love science and I love fashion. If you love that sort of thing, go ahead and stay tuned. You know, we're going to talk about everything from culture to music to artistry to design and style, science. You're gonna talk about it all. So I hope that you have a beautiful day and stay tuned. Boom. Hey you. Hey you. Come on, you. Come on, and we're gonna talk about some fashion today. Thought you might want to join me, you know. Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It's MalikaB here with a fashion unboxing once again. Y'all know I love fashion. Y'all know I love shoes and just anything beautiful, which includes plants and nature and the beauty of science and double helix pattern. Anything that's beautiful and artistic and just vibrant, I love. It's eye-catching to me and it really speaks to my soul. One of my favorite things, and I'm always saying my favorite because there's nothing wrong with having a favorite. It's okay to have a bunch of favorites, you know. One of my favorite things is shoes. And I know I often say, you know, oh, something is my favorite. I really love a lot of things. I have a lot of love for the art, for the fashion world, for science. I have love for all of that stuff. So it really speaks to my heart. The color green. I know I'm not dressed in the color green. But these earrings that I have on, they were specially gifted to me from dear sister Fauzia Muhammad, and she is the owner and the chief designer of House of Gems. Do you see these beautiful, beautiful things in like green? They're fancy, they're gaudy. They kind of remind me of like the 80s and the 90s when they wore the big, beautiful, fancy earrings on the runway. And so I'm enjoying wearing her beautiful creations on my ears. You guys be sure to check out House of Gems. And her slogan is, wear unique jewelry. Like, why not? You don't have to look like everybody else. Wear something unique. Wear something that is distinctive, that is beautiful, that's eye-catching, resplendent. That is just my motto for life, is to be different, to be distinct. So I'm enjoying wearing her beautiful jewelry, though I got this swoop over here. I'm just very grateful for it, and thank you so much, sis, for gifting those to me. You can check out her earrings, and you can check out her Instagram, which is on House of Gems 3 on IG. You can also check her out on Facebook at House of Gems, and she's based out of New York. Alright, so let's just get into some history about a pair of shoes that I have wanted from the moment I saw them on. And this is another Instagram inspired purchase. I had to really go look and work so hard to find these shoes, figure out where they were they out of stock, were they out of sale, were they on sale, because you know we link those sales. But I have never bought anything from Balenciaga. Y'all know Cardi, the ones that look like socks. I like, you know, I don't have anything like that, but I have these square knife neon pumps in my possession, brand new, in my size. Maybe they're a little half size too small because they didn't have anymore, but I got them here and they still fit. They're fabulous. They're like everything that I wanted in a shoe. Everything that I wanted in a shoe, but I just wanted to get into a little bit of history about the Balenciaga brand because a lot of people don't actually know anything. You know, it was founded by Cristobal Balenciaga. He was born in a certain region of Spain, you know. And Balenciaga opened up, and that was like 1895. This is a centuries old, you know, couture company, basically. Alright, so and Cristobal Balenciaga, he opened his haute couture house in San Bastian in 1917 in Spain. That is a long time ago, y'all. That's like 104 years ago. And, you know, as it continues on, he opens up another, you know, store in Paris. And, you know, he has his first collection. He has a lot of success with a lot of buyers and things. In 1947, he has his first perfume that he releases, Lady. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right because I don't speak French, but you know, then he does another perfume the next year, the Fête de Huris, I think I got that right. And you know, 1951, he does like a cocoon line, and that's where we're getting these large, voluminous, beautiful silhouettes. 1953, waistlines start to drop to hip level instead of being kind of like so much, you know, so much up here on the bodice. Things are starting to change and are not so high-waisted, you know, that just goes with the times of fashion. 1955, he created a launch of his third perfume called Le Quadri. And he also does like a jewelry line as well, 1977. I'm just trying to skip on and on, you know, and then there's more higher waistlines by 1959. He does a lot of things to revolutionize fashion. He does the Pedal Pitale in 1965. My mom was literally 2 years old. And in 1968, he presented his last collection and then he retired. And, you know, he was up there in age basically. And, you know, he does this after 30 years of innovation in the fashion industry. Then 1972, he died in Javia, Spain, and he's buried in the Basque region. And, you know, then we have Nicolas Gisqueri. He just recently, I think, is no longer the creative director. I remember hearing about him when I was growing up. In 1997, he became the creative director of the House of Balenciaga. Then Kering, you guys know, Herbert Kering and LVH Enterprises or whatever, they acquired Balenciaga House. And then they started making like ready-to-wear men's collections around like 06. Cristobal, you know, there's like a collection of his things that were shown. 2015, like remember I talked about the Javsalia, who does the vitamins. Dimna Javsalia is appointed as artistic director of the Balenciaga Couture collection. And so, you know, like Vitamins and Balenciaga kind of have a lot of similarities in the way that their items are structured. Sometimes people can say, oh, well, they're copying. Well, they have some of the similar family members running, you know, Balenciaga and running Vitamins as well. And then in 2016, they did like a very creative, artistic runway show for that spring-summer 2017 collection. And I think just recently they went back to having these couture avant-garde fashion shows. You know, Pierre Moss did a wonderful one, and Balenciaga is known, you know, being a part of that couture federation, and so they're back to doing it. They also opened up some more stores in Paris, and you know, they're still kicking. Even in the pandemic, they are still kicking, and their stuff rarely goes on sale. If you find something on sale from Balenciaga, it's probably from Saks Fifth Avenue online, or it's from Essence.com. Essence carries them as well. And they have a large collection, and Balenciaga can be found just about everywhere. Neiman Marcus, Saks Office. You can find on the outnet.com. It can be found on not Intermix. It can be found on Bergdorf's, of course. Nordstrom also carries some of them as well. You know, you just got to get to looking. My Teresa as well. Let's see here. There's lots of websites, but you want to make sure everything is authentic and in great condition. If you're buying used, just remember that. But I got this square, this is my mouse right here, for my beautiful computer's purple. I got the square knife Balenciaga Plus. You know, these are the it shoe right now. Green is big in the fashion industry. And I already opened these up, so there's going to be a little clip between me opening these up and for the first time. But every time I open this box up, whoever returned these, I love you. You are my spirit sister friend. Whoever returned these, you didn't want these, you just let them sit in your closet. You said, you know what, they have that long return policy, darling. I'm going to take those back. And I'm so glad you did. I'm so glad you didn't wear these. I'm so glad you didn't do anything with these shoes, but bring them back so that they could belong to me. And you all know I shop on sales like it's my business, because it is my business to look at that shoe. It matches with the dress that I had on in one of my other videos. Yes, it does. The Quaidon Editions sweater dress that is too tight in the arms. That beautiful, painful dress. Yes. I'm just gotta get this shoe out. Like, they smell so good. You don't even understand how good they smell. I got these on sale for 50% off, right? And the funny thing is that they had lowered them to a price when they went on clearance the first time they sold out before somebody returned them. They went down super, super low, like 70-80% off or whatever. And I screenshotted it. I just so happened to screenshot it, and I just so happened to be blessed when I hit that waitlist notification, like if something pops back in stock, you get the next one. I just happened to go on that website. I got that and I clicked it. Oh my God, it's my size. Boom. Clicked it and I bought it. And I was like, oh no, but hold on. I'm not buying it for the price that's super, super cheap. This is just half off cheap. Can I get a discount? I asked somebody, a sales associate. I emailed her. She said she was going to be able to get the price adjustment for me. She promised she was going to be able to get it done. Her name was Zenzabini. And she was just really cool. It was nice talking to her. I felt like, okay, they're going to do what they're going to do. It took them 2 weeks or longer to process that request, and come to find out, like, oh, because we didn't have that in stock, we're not going to honor the price adjustment anymore. After she promised that it was going to be, I was kind of like, what you say? Anyway, and I had everything in writing and all the screenshots, so I just let it go. But guess what? A couple of months ago, you know, I'm all about getting my money back or getting what's owed to me or whatever. I went and called and I said, what happened to the price adjustment? Because they had gotten some more in stock again. They were in smaller sizes or whatever. And I was like, well, can we still, like they said they were leaving a price adjustment, and you see the price of this and that one, they gave me like $197 or $127 back. Do you know how nice that is? That's like the price of okay, right back in my bank account within a couple of days. I was able to get that because somebody saw, oh yeah, we are going to honor this. We were supposed to honor this. I don't know why they didn't. And they did. So the shoe was mine, and I got my money back. I mean, it just don't really get much better than that. Like, who doesn't like to get your money back? Anyway, let's go to the details. We've got this box here. We got the, you know, the muslin lined bag. Muslin, I'm not saying Muslim. Muslin lined bag. You know, you get your little shoe bag. I always feel like there's only one. I think there's only one in here. I don't even know why. There's literally only one in here. There is not two. That is a little odd. Why is there not two? Most design companies give you two. It's not, so we're just going to, yeah, but you know, you got your tags, you got the guarantee certificate of authenticity, all that stuff. When you are buying shoes, especially if you buy secondhand, you know, don't really trust Poshmark, but if you do, you need some of those authenticated proof, because there's a lot of companies out there that do dupes and fakes, and they will dupe and fake the hell out of a designer item to the point that you almost are a little bit confused and you didn't pay for something that's fake. If you don't mind, like, getting a dupe is different, but like a replica where it really says the same brand, you know, just watch what you're doing, okay? Watch what you're doing. You don't want to be out here janky in these fashionable streets, right? Anyway, this is my first pair of Balenciaga shoes, and they are well worth the wait. These shoes right here are super ultra pointy. They call these the shark knife pumps. Reason why is because, you know, all the angles of a shark, you know, think about a shark, baby shark, you know, and the angles that are on this heel. I don't know why the color is not necessarily trans. There it is. That's the color right there. And the angles are sharp. It's really nice. It fits well and secure on the foot. I can walk and strut in these. They are a tad bit snug, and I think you probably can understand why, because look at that toe box. It's not a lot of toe box space. These shoes actually give me a lot of toe cleavage. You know, we haven't used that word in a long time in fashion, but that's coming back, where it's just like the tops, peaks of your foot right between your toes. You kind of have a little bit of peak of that showing, you know, in science. That's your metatarsals and your carpal bones and your phalanges, blah, 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 showing right there on your feet. These are a lower heel. They are probably about just at 3 inches if you really think about it from right there, which is good, meaning they're not sky high. They did have a higher heel version, and I'm glad I don't have those. I wanted the ones that were lower, you know, and they're extremely fabulous. Like, when I tell you I'm so excited for these shoes, whew, I'm so excited. What I am going to try to do to kind of increase a little bit of space in them is I'm going to try that method where you put a frozen ice baggie, stuff it in a shoe with some water, you know, double wrap it up so you don't destroy your shoe. But I'm going to try to stretch the shoe out in the toe box a little bit naturally without having to like do it and get creases and stuff like that in the shoe. These are too pretty to crease up. Like, I'm not trying to mess these up at all. Don't want to mess them up. And then, I mean, like, even though I got them on sale, the fact is they're worth a lot of money, though I got them on a clearance, I don't want to damage these shoes. So I'm going to do them with the ice method. I'm going to freeze the shoe. Yes, I'm going to put the whole shoebox in the freezer, clear out all the space, all the food, put the water in Ziploc baggies, multiple or triple. I'm actually filming that part maybe just to see. It's an experiment. God willing, it'll go perfectly fine. And it's going to just give me a little bit of stretch naturally. You know, when water chemically changes to ice, there's some expansion in the molecules, so it's going to be expanding, which means it gradually expands. It's like an old design trick people do. Some people use heat to kind of stretch it out and put their feet in the shoes. I'm not trying to burn my feet. It's already summertime. I don't have time for that. I'd rather do the ice method and just see what happens. I hope y'all stick with me on this journey. Okay, let me put this shoe on real quick. Gonna put this shoe on. And I'm in Pierre Moss right now. Alright, now let's get that shoe on. They feel like they're coming on real comfortable today. But you know, you see the shoe. It's fabulous. It's pretty. It's really nice. Like, it's everything that I want in a shoe. It's definitely, like, when I want a pump, I want it to look like this. I want it to look fabulous. I want it to look nice. And just stately. Like, you don't, nobody has these. And that's something I love. I love when I got something that I could look in a crowd and I know for a fact, especially because I don't live in New York. I live in Atlanta, land of the RHOAs, Real Housewives of Atlanta. So, you know, there's a different fashion style aesthetic here than there would be for what I feel like my style, my fashion, if I had to choose a region of where my fashion style emanates from, it would be New York. It probably would be Copenhagen. And when I vacation, it's like, let's think. Where in the world? It's a little Hawaii, and it is a little bit of the Seychelles, you know. Those kind of vibes are what I dress like, you know. I don't dress like Atlanta. But I mean, when I'm wearing, like, even with stylish wear, like active wear, this is not like super popular down here in Atlanta. This is like on some Flatbush, Brooklyn, you know, New York stand-up, Pierre Moss kind of vibes. And I like that, you know, just being able to carve out and say, I don't have to look like what my environment, or, and then that's not what I mean. I'm saying I don't have to, I can choose my own style. And I love to see my children doing that right now. They are literally looking at pieces, looking at fashion all around the world and saying, hey, this resonates with me, this speaks to me, that's really cool, I want to try that out. My daughter is doing stuff from all over the place, you know. Typical teenage stuff with the hoodies, but then they're doing the throwbacks, and she has like library chic. She likes, you know, sporty stuff, and she's got her Nike and all her stuff, and it looks really dope. Then she also wants to dress like she's from the 70s, and she wants to dress like she's from Tokyo and Korea. She is just like all over the map. And then when she wants to wear beautiful African, Senegalese, or Kenyan garments, she will. She has lasos and all kinds of stuff. And I just love the ability to see like children do fashion experimentation. You know, when I was in high school, and I was the same way. I love fashion. I was a fashion girl. I wasn't mega popular at all, but I was all about style and art. And even though I was picked on and bullied a lot, I didn't let that stop me from coming to school the way that I wanted to. Yeah, people are like, what you got on? Where'd that come from? You think you know, those are just interesting things. When you're raising your children, make sure that you teach them to appreciate other people's differences. And something I try to instill into my children is to see somebody for who they are and appreciate what they're doing. You know, if that's not for you, you don't like it, you don't have to, but you don't have to be negative, you don't have to shut it down, you don't have to talk about them or gossip about them. I think it's important to instill it, because you never know. Your child could be the next designer, they could be the next creative director, they could be the next, you know, top fashion illustrator that creates some really cool technology, they could be the next artist who does a collaboration with the designer because they have a true genius that has not been you know, trampled on. It hasn't been pacified. They haven't had to, you know, surrender to what the rest of the world says. They haven't had to dull themselves down, you know, losing dumb it down. They haven't had to do that for the world because there's space for them. Make sure you let your children know that there's space for their unique form of genius. Like, there is room for you if you want to be, you know, creative and cool and artsy and quirky. You want to just be regular. There's room for everybody. You don't have to be all one way. You don't have to be all another way. That's just a little parenting tip is that I let my kids explore different genres of all sorts, whether it's music. My daughter is into all sorts of music right now too, and that's similar to me. I was definitely all over the map with what I love to listen to even right now. That's why I'm a DJ. I can appreciate every type of music with the exception, there's 2 genres of music that I just can't stand. And those genres is polka. I do not like polka. Like it, the sound of it to my ears I don't like. And I don't like that heavy death metal. Like the one where they're like screaming like they're murdering. I don't like that one. But I do like some like loud rock and roll, you know, metal, but not the heavy Megadeth. I don't like that stuff. So it's only 2 out of all the genres of music that I know of. I only got 2 that I don't like, and that's fine. Similar with fashion, I love all sorts of genres of fashion. I can appreciate it. On any given day, I have a different style, even though I have, you know, something that is known. I have a signature look as well. Just experiment. Go ahead and experiment. I'm gonna be experimenting in these beautiful Balenciagas and the ones that don't look like socks. I put rocks all in. I don't know what Cardi said, but I got the shoes, and I'm so happy. I can't wait to wear these for a photo shoot, which I have coming up, and I am appreciating it. I try to support black brands as much as possible. Balenciaga is not a black brand. It's a Spanish brand. Maybe there's some more influence in there, so you know, we'll have to do some research and really find out who those people are from there. But the black owned brands, you know, Reebok, Pierre Moss, as always. Reebok, Pierre Moss. This is bought on Essence. This too Once. No, I bought this on their website. This was on Essence. And the earrings are by House of Gem, the House of Gems. So I hope that you enjoyed the content. If you found any of this content useful, be sure to share it. You know, send a share, send me a like, send me a little love. You know, you can hit the notification bell so you can know when I'm coming out with more videos. I plan to do some live interactional feeds, you know, like where we just kind of get to chat, talk about fashion. Maybe, I don't know how to make people come on live on IG. I mean, on YouTube with me, but perhaps we can figure that out, you know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at what you call it does on YouTube and see, like, how do you actually do that? Because I know how to do it on IG. But, you know, just be sure to like and subscribe to the content. You can make a few comments, you know, go ahead and get it popping down there in those comment section and just talk and chat. I'd love to hear your opinion about style, about fashion. Is there anything you think you want me to try to buy, to try to find out, you know, how to style this piece? Those are some things I also have coming up as well. How to style certain pieces and just putting together the looks. Also, I have a challenge where I'm going to be wearing a lot more stuff that's actually in my closet versus buying stuff. It's like, hey, let me just wear the things that I own over buying some more stuff. Let's figure out how to restyle this. And of course, that's always important. And giving things away. We're going to talk about eBay and how to sell in your eBay closet and just make a nice amount of money out of the things that you don't wear and the things that you don't even think about no more. And I hope that you stay tuned. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and I thank you so much for your support. All right, take care. Bye. And stay tuned, y'all. Don't forget to stay tuned. Stay tuned. What you waiting on? You ain't got nothing else to do. Just go ahead and sit down. Now you know you don't got nothing else to do. Just go ahead and sit down with me and my shoes, and we just gonna get real cozy, and just sit here and have a blast. All right. MalikaB got them feelings. MalikaB got them bees. Balenciaga for me. Don't you know? Yes, ma'am. All right, that's it. And cut.